folks, my name is Jürgen, aka Nerd and proud of it, and Destiny has brought you to my channel today to discuss why the best Rudy rant of 2023 has been deleted from YouTube.
I will no longer stock or carry the Flesh and Blood products after release date.
End of 2023, if you have missed it, Rudy has made two videos called A Very Depressing Video Part 1 and 2, in which he discusses the trading card game industry, and he speaks the truth as always. Full disclosure, I'm a big Rudy fan. I think he's fantastic. He is the main reason this channel actually exists, and I love that he speaks out for what he thinks is right, and that he speaks the truth, and that he tells us. In the end, he's the only one not bullshitting us, because yeah, he tells us exactly what he's up to, and he tells us how the market actually is doing, and I really appreciate that.
Unfortunately, with a heavy heart, I have to say, Flesh and Blood continues to get fucking wrecked by the secondary market, and unfortunately every single Flesh and Blood box is not been doing well. It is below map pricing and causing problems.
In the video, Rudy is bashing the trading card game industry, the state of the market. He says it's really bad at the moment. There are a lot of decisive moments coming up when it comes to big releases, and if they fail, especially for Wizards of the Coast, but for others as well, then we might be in trouble. They might be in trouble, but us players might be in trouble as well. I was flabbergasted that this video was deleted.
But as far as Flesh and Blood and the growth in the secondary market, and you all keep sending me messages, because I had to make this, I had to comment about it, because I'm starting to get messages of people noticing on Patreon, Rudy, you're slowly disappearing all the FaB sets in the last 30 days. And that's correct. We went from 5 different Flesh and Blood sets that I would stock. We've already pulled down 2 or 3 of them, and they're slowly disappearing. And the last 2 or 3 that are listed to patrons, I only have, I think, 10 to 20 cases left, and that's it. And then those are going to be permanently removed forever.
And I actually can't believe Rudy would let himself be bullied in taking down a video. So I'm really wondering what is going on. Maybe he doesn't want to risk business relations. That would be a good reason for Rudy, I think, to take down a video in which he is very critical. He's mainly critical about Flesh and Blood.
Well, I'm sad to report with Flesh and Blood that every single Flesh and Blood release since Crucible of War, after the original 3 Flesh and Blood sets, every single Flesh and Blood product is below map, and I'm not in map pricing. In other words, below $85 to $90 a box. And I think the more sad reporting thing I'm going to tell you all is even before FaB 2.0, the Monarch, Tales, and Everfest block, the last one before they went to 2.0 and got rid of First and Unlimited, every one of those sets is at new all-time lows.
So why has this video been deleted? Every Flesh and Blood product since Crucible of War is at an all-time low. Rudy is just speaking the truth. Did the Flesh and Blood community get out the pitchforks? I experienced that before as well. I like the game, have a lot of product, I played the game, but I was critical about the game and about the company, and I got the worst of it. I think they were really after me for a while. I stopped making Flesh and Blood videos after that because I was sick of all the stupid comments and people roaming the channel. I just want to have a little bit of fun here. But in the end, it is a toxic community. To me, it was. Maybe not all of the community, but a big part of it is. And they shout the loudest, unfortunately. But Rudy says it as it is, and it is the truth. The products are at an all-time low.
I get a lot of you all asking, Rudy, can you explain why Everfest is $40 a box and not selling on TCG Player? I get questions saying, how on earth is Tales of Aria that old down to $60, $70 for first edition? What's going on?
The reason Flesh and Blood has problems is very simple. Rudy stated it in detail as well. They started out as a CCG, so a collectible card game. The success of Flesh and Blood is built on that model, and then they changed that model and they overprinted everything, and they more or less were catering to the small community that was shouting for cheap game pieces. That's the biggest problem.
The problem is they were overprinted, and going into the bear market, the company went upwards on the printing, and the market went down. So not only did you have one of the two variables in the wrong direction. Both variables moved in the bad direction at the same time.
And I'm really wondering if Legend Story Studios has asked Rudy to take down the video because he is actually pointing out their mistakes.
We are seeing the results, as I've yelled at the camera for the last 2 years. The companies who do not adjust aggressively and do very extreme things, cut print runs, and make things more aggressive will pay the price.
Rudy is clearly seeing things in the market, and he's telling us, and he's giving us his opinion, and he's warning us. So I don't know why people are not listening to him.
And the market and the messages that I receive, and this is why I tell you all, my opinion and my reaction is simply a summary of everybody contacting me, and I report to you all. You can be angry at me for it, but I'm just telling you all what I'm getting hundreds of messages on and how people feel about what's going on, and I'm telling you all about it. And you can make me the bad guy, you can make your local LGS the bad guy, you can make LSS the bad guy, you can make a distributor, you can make anyone the bad guy. I'm just telling you what's happening.
And if you are into Flesh and Blood, folks, then you better listen and you better be aware of what's happening, because Rudy is backing off. And if Rudy is backing off, he's the big marketing machine for some of those trading card game companies. Flesh and Blood mainly was successful because of Rudy pushing it. The same goes for Sorcery. The same goes for MetaZoo. He has an incredibly big, I even couldn't imagine how big. I struggled with that. But he has an incredibly big marketing platform pushing those games. And if he's backing away, I personally would be careful if I was you.
I will be removing Flesh and Blood, sealed boxes and cases, even to patrons. I'm going to be backing away from these products because the amount of people complaining and stores upset and the instability of the secondary market, unfortunately, the company continues to receive negative feedback and complaints from other stores around the country and the world. So, the bad news is it wasn't really selling much, and it's not really going to change anything on my end because the amount of these cases and products selling was substantially low.
So Flesh and Blood didn't even sell a lot anymore. And folks, a lot of us content creators are not talking about that. We are bashing Wizards of the Coast on a regular basis. We are talking about Cynthia Williams being the worst CEO of WotC ever and still earning $6 million a year. But why are we not talking about facts of the market, and why are we having a video like this disappear from YouTube? I honestly don't get it. So Rudy, this is an homage to you. I'm bringing back your video, and if you want me to take it down, I happily will do so, but please re-upload yours.
Moving forward, I'm sure many people have already noticed, we have stopped all Flesh and Blood playmats with the official ones and everything, because enough people have also complained to Legend Story Studios regarding doing special playmats and exclusive things. So we've already scrapped that.
Means Rudy will no longer do any exclusive Flesh and Blood products. No playmats, no exclusive cold foils.
Enough people have also, the direction also, I'm sure you all noticed, as hundreds of you all and patrons have messaged me. We've seen we don't do exclusive cold foils and promos anymore on releases, and all of that has come to an end in the last year or so also.
When the market is bad, everybody gets angry, everybody gets pissed at each other, and everybody is frustrated, and Rudy sums it up very well.
Other stores, send me a message. Why do distributors still have pallets of Everfest when it's $4 a box, and what's going on? What about matte pricing? What about this? And, it's when the market distorts, things get bad, people get angry, companies get frustrated, everybody gets frustrated, and everybody kind of tends to turn on each other.
Rudy, please don't delete these kind of videos. We need those. Those are awesome. I loved that video, and I think it's a shame it's not available anymore. Before I leave the last word to Rudy, because he deserves that honor, he can rant better than anybody. I can give you a good rant from time to time. My regulars on the channel know that. I think, yeah, look at this video here. The video about game pieces. I think game pieces, cheap game pieces, are ruining Magic the Gathering, but it is the same for Flesh and Blood, and it is the same for all other TCGs, as Rudy says. But check that out if you like my content. Please leave me a like and consider to subscribe if you actually enjoyed the video. And I want to give a quick thanks to my subs, my Patreons, my YouTube channel members. It's with your support that this channel can stay independent and I can say whatever the fuck I want. And of course, a big thank to everybody who watched this video. So, Rudy, take it away. Stay healthy, folks. Stay frosty. And I talk to you next time. Bye-bye.
In the people on the internet complaining that the fucking game pieces are too expensive. Because when you keep listening to that shit, you will fucking fail. And we are seeing that with all these companies. Because the management is listening to fucking morons. And what happens? They pay the price. What happens? Employees get laid off. Hasbro fucking fires people. All these people because management listens to fucking idiots on the internet who screech, who don't spend much money, who want everything to be free, and they have their 10 roommates in the one bedroom with the toilet that doesn't work after Taco Tuesday. And you take advice from that, you get the results from that.